One piece of research that I just want to share a little bit, we did with a colleague in Toronto, Laura LaChance, we looked at creating a nutritional profiling system. A lot of people have seen these. There's a way of kind of summing up the data around foods. People have seen them if you've shopped like in Whole Foods. There's an ANDI number sometimes, which is the aggregate nutrient density index. Kale, by the way, is 1,000 on that scale, right? So it kind of ranks foods on a numerical scale. So we created the antidepressant food scale. And Dr. LaChance and I looked at what are the nutrients most related to clinical depression. And we found in the scientific literature that there were really 12 that stood out. And then just asked a really kind of simple question, like what foods have the most of those 12 nutrients per calorie? Not that these are the only foods you should eat. There are lots of foods, that are my favorite brain foods that aren't on this list, but it was just an interesting way to it's actually the first nutrient profiling system that had looked at brain health and to think about what are the foods that are on there. And so bivalves, mussels, clams, and oysters are actually 3 of the top 5 animal foods on the list. It's just why I mentioned those. And also they're just a really, they're one of those foods that you don't think you're going to go to the doctor and get like a recommendation for like clams or mussels or, wild salmon or anchovies. But if we think about what you get with those foods, you get incredible brain nutrients, omega-3 fats, the one we talked about a little earlier, highly correlated with mental health. Not so clear supplements help, but pretty clear that seafood consumption helps. You get lots of vitamin B12, a complete protein, selenium, iodine. It's just, phenomenally healthy food. Vitamin D, really one of the only food sources of vitamin D is in fatty fish and seafood.